Hey guys, and welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Instead of touring someone else's island, I'm going to be touring my island this time. I haven't toured it in about a month and actually a lot has changed. I'm really happy with my island and most things are pretty much completed, so I think it'd be a good time to take you guys on a little tour of Kokomo Island. So if you're excited, be sure to leave a like, and let's get straight into this. So this is my housing area. I live up my own cliff. I'm just going to give you guys a look at the map first of all, because I think you would be interested in that. This is what my map looks like. I've mostly tried to keep the same map I had initially at the start of the game, but sort of add to it. It's my main goal. In terms of who we have living here, we have Dobie, Bo, Renee, Bob, of course, Kid Cat, Diana, Fauna, Raymond, Octavian, and Audie. I love all my villagers, they're all great. So yeah, this is my sort of like cliff home area. You know, I made it quite rocky. If you come to the little side here, I've got my own, I guess you could call it like a garden. It is kind of a garden. It's like a little duck pond. Cute little duck pond for two ducks to go on a date. You can sit here and watch the ducks if you want, feed them. And you can't really feed them in this game, sadly, but yeah. It's just my housing area. I had to make it look quite fancy because I'm here all the time. So moving on down here, here's Raymond. Let's have a quick chat to him. Good to see you, Daddy-o. Oh dear, don't say that. That's a very bad catchphrase, you shouldn't say that. Okay, so here's Raymond's house, not Bo's. I don't know what Bo's doing here. Hey Ben, thanks for saying hi. Let's talk. The sky today looks clear and dry. I bet that makes the sun and moon happy. Yeah, I bet it does. So this is Raymond's house. This used to be like a little park area, but I made it Raymond's place. Up here we have like a little grave shrine, I guess you'd call it. It's just up here on this little fountain thing. I just wanted it to look kind of cool, you know, fill up the space on my island. Okay, moving down. We don't want to go down there yet. We're going to work our way around. It's a bit tricky to know where to go, honestly. But we'll find our way, don't you guys worry. So up this pathway here we have my museum area, which has changed a lot since last time. I've made it quite fancy. I even have a dinosaur there. Oh my god, crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I just want the museum to look quite fancy because it's an important place and I'm going to be spending a lot of time there. So it had to look cool. Obviously down there's the Able Sisters, but we're not going to go there just yet. We're going to move over this way, which is actually my camping area. I've made it feel quite natural, lots of flowers here and stuff. I just like to have loads of flowers on my island. Up here, we have the residential area. This is where my residents live. We have Audie and Kit Kat living up here. Kind of tried to theme things to how their houses were. Did a decent job, I think. I'm just kind of happy with this little residential area. And I like to have the villagers kind of live separately, not all together in one big spot. So yeah, here's where you can come and camp and chill out. And here's the actual main campsite, which is going up here. Very cool. We have the secret beach there. There's nothing really on it at the moment. It's kind of hard to do much of it because of the campsite being here, and I don't really want to move it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with my campsite area. This has kind of remained the same throughout the course of my gameplay, so I'm cool with that. There's a balloon present. I'm going to have to get it, because every time I miss one in videos, you guys will kill me. So excuse me whilst I grab this present for you guys. I'm doing it for you. I don't even care what's inside. It better be something good. What is it? It is a handy water cooler. Is it handy? Actually, that's kind of cool. Up here is a very special area. This is Bob's house. This is where Bob lives. Of course, he has to have a really fancy place. I kind of made the outside of his place like a farm almost. It's got little patches of flowers and stuff. I wanted the flowers to match him because obviously he's purple, so they had to match. I don't know. That's just kind of the logic I was going for with Bob's house. You know, Bob had to live on his own and in a very special place. If he lived with all the other commoners, he wouldn't like that very much. We all know that Bob is on a different level in my eyes. So yeah, this is a nice little place with stream and stuff. Over this way, so many weeds. We have my hot spring area where you can come and, well, you can't literally come and sit in it sadly, but you can pretend to sit in it. This is just a neat little area with some waterfalls and streams. I want it to feel quite relaxing, and my town has quite like a strong Zen theme. So, you know, I wanted to make an area like that to help accentuate it, basically. I just love all that stuff in this game, so I'm happy with that. Moving down here, exiting the camp and spa area, we have my Nook's Cranny area, which is it's kind of difficult to show everything on my island. I'm really trying my best to like think of the best way to go around, but it's tricky. I love this little sort of like, everything around here is quite zen, but then when you go down it's more sort of pine tree. It's not really a word, is it? Yeah, so this is Nook's Cranny. This is the outside Nook's Cranny. I want it to feel, you know, match with the theme of the rest of my island. Got lots of flowers to match as well. I'm just generally happy with that. Before I continue on to the Able Sisters area, I just want to show you guys this. Is probably like my favorite area on my whole island. I just really wanted to have like a little like 2 bridges connected like this with like an island in the middle. I thought it would be really cool to do, and I'm so happy that it came out. I have all these little islands in the middle as well, in the middle of like the lake, just so it feels really natural. You know, that's kind of what I've done with terraforming. Rather than try and like create stuff from scratch, I've added to what I already have. So I'm really happy with how that's come out. I feel like it looks quite nice. At least I'm happy with it. So yeah, moving onwards, I guess I should show this. This is my little just shooting star watching area, you know. Everyone's got to have one of those for the shooting stars whenever they randomly come. Just a neat little thing on the water there. I've added like lots of small islands on the water. Here's a sort of like picnicky, relaxing area with lots of like birch stuff. I'm digging it, I'm digging it. That's where the Able Sisters is. I'm pretty happy with my Able Sisters area. I used to kind of hate it, but I feel like now it actually looks quite nice, so I'm good with that. Moving on, we have even more like islands and such in the river. I think that's quite cool. I'm really happy with this little bit as well. And obviously that's just where the grave shrine and Raymond's house is, so we've been up here. And just moving along, let's come downwards. So this is my main town area. This is where the main bulk of things are on my island. We have the graveyard, very spooky. It's actually quite nice. I just wanted it to like, because this is like the town bit of the island, I wanted to have something like this. And over here we have the spa. You can almost consider these like a shop in a way, you know, just a nice place for the villagers to relax. I wanted them to have their own amenities. This here is kind of like the town shrine. So I missed the town tree from Animal Crossing New Leaf, so I wanted a shrine. Here it is, using the lion dog statue. I've got a lot of these around my island because I kind of see the lion dog statues almost as like the island's deity or god, you know, that's kind of how I feel about it. So this main area is kind of all connected by pathways, like, so it's very consistent. I like that idea. This is Dobie's house. Again, I've matched it to his sort of personality and his house design. He's got his own little like garden outside for flowers that he does actually water quite a lot. This is Bo's house. He's obviously got quite a relaxing like cabin with a bunch of different stuff outside, like his birdhouse and such. And right next to his house is actually the island farm, which is pretty cool. Here we have resident services, and down from resident services I have my big sort of fountain display and my benches. I wanted it to be very symmetrical. You'll notice that I like that. It's just something that I like to do with my island. So here we have another shrine, just sort of welcoming people in and giving them directions about where they can go on the island. It was just kind of to fill the space. This is actually my island entrance. Of course, Bob has to be here twice. Some nice places for people to sit, you know, when they come visit. And yeah, so moving on over here, we have 2 villager houses, little like small community for them to live. This is Diana's over there and Renee is here. They've got their own little gardens with a bunch of different flowers growing outside. This is my crafting area, almost like my island's port in a way, you know, with a bunch of different barrels and stuff. So I haven't really done too much with the beach, but I just tried to make it look as nice as I possibly could. Right, before we go over to the left side of my island, which is going to be the final bit, I want to check out the right side. Down here I have like displays of all my different villages, their patterns. I didn't make the patterns, I found them online. Same with all the custom patterns here. It's just a nice little sort of walkway to get you acquainted with the island. Here we have some more like natural scenery. I just wanted everything to feel quite natural in certain parts of the island. This, obviously my like main area is not very natural, but that's mostly because I wanted it to feel more like a city. Here we have my rock garden, which took ages to set up, but I'm happy that it came out the way it did. You know, it's very satisfying to have them all here, and it's really easy to collect all the stone. It's a hot spring up here, I couldn't think what to put here. And the same with this area, I really couldn't think what to put here. Just more natural islands. I keep the same sort of style for them, so people know what I'm going for. If you go up this way, this is where the 2 bridges are, so you guys can get a sense of how the island is all connected. And obviously as you come over to this bit, things start getting more like Zen themed, which is neat. Here's Fauna. She has a very fancy garden outside of her house. Fauna's actually one of my favourite villagers, so I had to set things up quite nicely for her. Okay, and moving down here, I made like another sort of shrine. This area is also very zen themed, probably the most zen themed on the whole of the island, and I just wanted it to feel very natural, almost like you're going into a jungle. That's kind of what it feels like here. Whoopsie. Up here we have my lighthouse, which is kind of hard to see because it's so high up, but I'm happy with it, and just more of the same sort of themes, you know. If we walk up this way, up this long pathway, there's nothing really over on the beach over there, so I'm not going to show that. We have Octavian's house, which fits so perfectly with the theme. It's almost why I have Octavian on the island, just because he fits so well with the island's theme. And obviously he's surrounded by a bunch of bamboo and red and white flowers to match with him. Just a little sort of walkway here, and you can jump onto this tree to go over to where Nook's Cranny is. So I've tried to keep everything like themed. This is a sort of the more natural side of the island. But now, to finish off the island tour, we are actually going to go to the final bit of my island. I'm not really saving the best for last, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what I'd pick as my favourite. I like lots of different places on my island. But yeah, we're going to go to the right side of the island now. So here is like a forest. It kind of leads into where my house is, so very foresty. We've got lots of shops here. This is like my marketplace. We have this bear wearing a bob shirt, which is very cute. It's just a little stall. I usually put DIYs here for guests, so they can come and collect those. Here we have a bunch of surfboards, which was given to me by a viewer live on stream. And we have Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. I thought I had to have a little homage to them, especially since my island is named after a Beach Boys song. So here's the market. We have some gnomes shopping in a bunch of different like shops. We even have a vendor like the Tanuki here. A bunch of different cardboard boxes, you know. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little area. And we also have like a nice little walkway. I didn't really show off this bit too much. It's kind of hard to show it off. But yeah, this is just a little waterfall that kind of goes over. It's got a well and some natural elements to it, which I like. And the pond stones as well, which sort of match with each other. Standing in the middle of the river. So yeah, basically that's my island. That's the best tour that I can really give it. I hope you guys did enjoy this little look at my island. I'm probably going to make tons of changes. I hope they add more to the game soon so I can do even more of my island. New buildings would be really cool, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. You can also subscribe for even more Animal Crossing content.